to the Honeycomb Hideout. This is a weekly podcast where we as the band and staff come together and present to you all sepsis music news, sepsis conversations, music industry, social media, AI, technology, the metaverse, the meta world, all those things.
It's here on the worlds.
Yeah. We cover a lot of stuff here, a lot of ground.
It's a lot of data.
Mm-hmm. We need a blueprint and stuff. But we are Sepsis Band, if you didn't know. And we're from Manchester, New Hampshire. I am Lexi Swarm, the merch girl, and sometimes I scream and stuff with them on the stage.
Guess what I got?
Candy?
No. I don't. I wish I had some candy. I got this cookie.
Cookie!
I do have a cool guitar. But here's the other thing.
What else do you got?
I've got merchandise for you.
For me?
For you?
For me?
I've got 100 exclusive brand new sepsis shirts going to Wisconsin right now just for you. I'm so excited.
I'm excited.
Wear all 100?
Well, I was hoping we could convince other people to wear them.
Yeah, I was going to say we can add them to my handy dandy inventory sheet. I'm so excited.
Yeah,
I thought you just got her 100 shirts. Like, while you're in Wisconsin, you're getting exactly 100.
I wonder if it's possible for a person to wear. I wonder how many shirts a person can wear before they die.
Should we look this up?
I mean,
that's got to be in the Guinness Book of World Records or something.
I mean, theoretically, if you all year long, assuming you live the entire year and you wore a new shirt every day, that's 365 shirts.
Think of how big you'd be. You'd be all shirt.
Think about your closet space.
Oh, you meant how many shirts at once? I thought.
Yeah, you got to put on another one every day.
And just stack it on. You're gonna get
You're
gonna get sweaty. You're gonna get sweaty. It's gonna get hot.
It's always sweaty, like jungle sweaty for me.
Plus, right, he's also a manager of custodial networks.
Yeah,
Arts.
For a couple more days.
Which means...
Hey, you're still the manager. You're still in charge.
For now.
What, you're not in charge? You're not in charge when you go to the next castle?
I mean, I kind of am, but I'm not a manager anymore. I'm
like
a lead.
Well, so you're kind of like your assistant to the manager.
I'm taking a step down.
Oh, you're assistant to the manager.
Even though I'm taking one step down, I'm taking like 4,000 pounds of stress off. It's gonna be awesome.
Right, it's like taking off 40 t-shirts.
Right.
Aren't you excited to be out there in Wisconsin at 90-degree weather with 100 t-shirts?
Yes.
That sounds sweaty.
And dope rock and roll. Yeah, that's sweaty, and that's like my oasis.
It's a good thing we have friends in Wisconsin. Otherwise, we'd have no place to send this stuff.
Right?
Thanh you, friends, for being in Wisconsin.
I was going to say...
What do other bands do?
Send it to the hotel.
Or the venue?
Oh, well,
yeah.
The venue's outside.
Right.
You
don't want to send them outside.
Right?
Like, imagine if we sent all of our merch to the venue and we got there and everyone was already wearing sepsis t-shirts.
That'd be pretty cool.
That's how we showed up to PA that time. Kevin was outside.
Well, that's a little bit different. I meant what if we sent it there and then people just wore them and that was it. We didn't get paid. Would you be happy that everybody was wearing sepsis t-shirts?
I'd be happy that people were wearing.
Cool. Or would you go around and be like, would you mind paying for that?
Oh, I'm not gonna do that. That's a little.
You just chalk it up to the
That's a little. I'm like, oh, you guys got the shirts. Fuck yeah, let's take a picture.
Right.
Picture up on the website.
We're already there, right?
I was gonna say, if there's enough people wearing those shirts, then other people who don't have those shirts will be like, well, now I feel left out. I got to get those shirts.
Exactly.
So we'd still sell shirts.
Exactly. It's like one person doing the hanky panky, and then everyone wants to follow suit.
I was monitoring the feeds of the book, and there was folks that were saying, "Oh, woe's me! Being in a band is just being a glorified T-shirt salesman." And I said, "Well, it's not."
I love woe's me.
Right, and I was gonna say, what's
what's
so bad about being a T-shirt salesman?
Right?
Why are you complaining?
When you're in a band, you're not just a T-shirt salesman. You're also an accountant, a bus driver, a roadie,
That's true.
a
Catering.
marketer, a caterer.
Our advertiser.
Massage therapist.
500 stars.
That's where I got my
Kevin.
degree.
Woo! Fucking Kevin!
You know
Break
what
it
that
down.
means?
Oh, we gotta move the offending
Hold
objects.
on, is this up loud enough? Because I'm tired of this weak breakdown
I don't
stuff.
wanna get the hair.
loudest it goes. That's what I'm telling you.
Well,
But we're metal
I'm about to
people.
I'm about to send that out to Glenn Robinson.
We're metal people. We need it louder. We had a whole air band that was
was a good one.
fucking legendary.
That was a good one. I'm telling you, we have the best China sample of all the land.
I love our China sound.
'cause it's fake.
650 band t-shirts alone.
Who?
What?
Ed.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Wait, you counted?
Yo, honestly
Wait, he
though,
kept count?
yeah, but that's why
That's
he
crazy.
looks great. You ever notice that no matter
That's
which
true.
picture he takes, he always looks great, and that's because of the variety of T-shirts that he has.
That's true.
Like I don't look great. I have 2 T-shirts.
We should have a collection.
Yeah, like Charlie's Hill. When you go in Charlie's Hill, Terry has T-shirts from 1995.
95?
Well,
Yeah. She definitely had some older ones.
probably.
In there too.
What?
Right. I don't really know for
Oh,
sure.
she has the stuff then.
She's got the fluff
Oh.
and the stuff.
What? I gotta stock her collection.
All I know is we're not playing in Southampton on the 21st.
Darn.
So
The next show would then be.
it's supposed to be announced today. What is going on?
It's not.
Oh, what's up?
They haven't announced it?
There's supposed to be a show announcement today. Hopefully they announce it. Should I send them a message? Nah. I'll do it after, but there's supposed to be a show announcement, and it was scheduled for this program.
We were supposed to do this as an announcement. We had this all
I know, it was
scheduled
planned.
out.
Now I recall.
Oh, Dylan, if you're watching, I'm sorry we're not going to do that. This is an announcement.
So,
He was looking forward
sorry,
to that.
Dylan, but we do have an announcement at some point, and the announcement is we're playing a show, and the show is our last show in New Hampshire before Swarmy Fest. We have no other shows.
It's kind of like a send-off before Swarmy Fest. If
It
you will.
is. It's a pre-Rock Fest show, so we're bringing full Rock Fest energy to this New Hampshire show, but I can't tell you what day it will be.
Right.
It will be in New Hampshire. It will be before Rock Fest, and it will be with a touring band that everybody knows and loves.
And it'll be badass.
And we're not headlining, so it means we get to hang out.
And Zachy B's going to be there.
That's true. I am. gonna be
And
there. I
Melissa, that means we're playing music before 9:30 or 10 p.m. You look thrilled. I'm thrilled.
Hey, that means you can have cheese and stuff
Are you
before
kidding?
midnight. That's
Right.
freaking cool,
That
dude.
means, that means you can get off stage and then we can eat stuff.
Buy her drinks.
Sure thing.
You can have cocktails.
Buy her drinks.
You know what we should
And
do?
soda and sugar
And soda and sugar.
and dairy.
That's fire.
We should do our Rockfest reel at that show. If
I
not,
like that.
or are we going to be too busy?
100 stars from Chad.
Chad, what up?
Woo!
Chad.
He wants to read.
The best dressed person on Facebook that I've ever seen.
Is Chad?
Nobody dresses better than Chad. So, Chad, of course, is the best dressed online.
Okay.
You know, and
Who's-
Zach, of course, is the best dressed in the neighborhood.
True that.
It's a fact.
I like the way
Know
you
what?
said that he's the best dressed in the neighborhood.
It's
Which
true.
neighborhood?
This one
All.
particularly, 'cause
All the ones that
people
you
are-
enter.
People are hardly even dressed in this neighborhood. You have to understand. So I don't know what your neighborhood looks like, but this neighborhood's naked. Yeah.
Luckily,
Down with the devil, Joe.
luckily, my neighborhood's not very naked. I've seen the people that live in my neighborhood. And you don't want them to walk around naked.
No. No. Ladies and
Well,
gentlemen.
That's why
Zachy
Zachy B. Yeah.
He's the bass guitarist. Should we tell them the announcement about Zachy B before
Which
we
one?
move on?
Which one?
The one about the podcast and the little.
Yeah.
What, I'm taking a week off?
Is it only a week?
Yeah,
Why do I feel like
I
thought it
thought
was
you were
more
gonna be
than
gone
that?
forever.
because at first I didn't know the very specifics, and then I found out.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be like a month or something.
This is what's
We were
happening.
torn.
This is real life right now.
Oh, wow. I was trying to get Allison to come in and fill in and everything, like for a week or two.
Yeah, I start the schedule Monday the 17th.
Oh.
That's
So
when summer
just
starts.
next week.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I have my Hawaiian shirt on. I'm going on vacation.
Ladies and gentlemen, Zachy B is going on vacation for a week.
Yes, so you guys will be without my company for 1 week.
Well, that's good, because then maybe Hans will come on for once, and then I could kill him on air, and then it wouldn't matter if he came back.
And it would make the prosecutor's job really easy.
That's true. That's true.
Gotcha.
Now, Hans really does want to come on the program. That's all he talked about Saturday. He's like, I don't care who I have to kill to get on that program.
Oh, you better not kill me, bro.
I
won't
think
kill
that I
you.
don't think I
Oh.
think there would be no program if you got rid of the person hosting the
Right.
program.
That's what I was about to say. He was like, I don't care who I have to kill. Oh.
I'm done. I don't host. I'm only hosting one live.
Right. I host this one.
Now you host this one.
I'm the
I think we
host.
get rid of you. There is no Honeycomb Hideout.
That sounds really sad.
Yes, that would be very sad. We can't get rid of you.
That sounds
You're
real-
not going anywhere.
I'm not going anywhere.
You're not allowed to leave.
I will
said
stay.
That's what we were telling you last week.
Right.
So. Right? That's what you were telling me this morning.
I know. You don't know how bad.
No.
Yeah, you should have seen. Yeah, Bob looked at me like I'm playing my ass off. And Bob looked at me. He's like, "Where's Zach?" I'm like, "Excuse me.
Damn. Get
I'm
here.
shredding away here."
Right. You're on the
with Rob.
Gibson.
You know what I mean? On the Gibson, you need to pay attention.
All right.
And I say we're all so spoiled here because we've got the rhythm stylings of Zachy B.
We are spoiled.
That's what I'm saying.
We are spoiled by Zachy B.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
And so now, anytime that you're not playing, I remember like before you came, I could entertain hundreds of people.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you know, if Zachy B takes a break, it's like, oh, well, you know, old Will and his guitar.
Where's
So,
Zach?
Yeah, exactly. Because now nobody wants to hear my guitar without great bass.
Now it's
It
the.
does make it.
It makes it fills it all out. But see, nobody ever knew because, you know, we've never had a bass player that was as good as you are. So we never knew what it was like having somebody that was
bass.
on time and in tune. So now, when you're gone, holy shit.
It really does.
It means you guys are stuck with me now.
Well, we're not complaining.
We're not complaining.
Ask Melissa. She's in tune. We're in tune.
Melissa, is it true?
It's true.
That was
She
the,
confirmed it.
yeah.
So here's the thing,
I
like
knew it was true because I can hear her in my ears as well.
yes, and you can't feel guitar in the club. You can hear it.
But you can't feel it. It's like the
Right.
wind.
That's the thing. A lot of people can't hear bass, but they feel it.
But the bass you can feel. The drums and bass, and of course the vocals should be the loudest thing in the mix if you're in a rock band.
Mm-hmm.
If not, you
Fine.
should probably turn the microphone up. But so in a rock band, if you guys didn't know, a lot of Radahadamad, a lot of Madahadama do modern rock music. If I knew what I was talking about, a lot of it should be. You should hear drums and vocals in the club. Like, you know what I mean? If you had to go get your keys out in the parking lot and the band is playing, the two things you should hear in the parking lot are those drums cracking and the voice.
Mm-hmm.
If for some reason you hear the guitar and you don't hear the drums, somebody's got something going on.
Usually, like, outside the club when we have, like, good sound guys, you can always hear the drums and the vocals outside, but the second somebody opens the door, then the guitar
Boom!
blasts.
Yeah. Yeah, that big wash.
Like,
that big
if
wash.
you, like, right in the face.
Yeah.
The second you open that guitar, that door.
That guitar.
That's not, we can't say anything today. But you feel the bass though, so you don't always hear the bass on stage, but you definitely feel it.
Mm-hmm.
Unless
Chad Betts says, "Love you, Zachy B, and you
Aw.
also bring great energy."
It's true.
Oh, he does.
It's true.
He does.
He's not replaceable.
Irreplaceable.
Yeah.
But you can hear the bass though, because I did the last show at Sammy's patio because I was right where the bass was sectioned.
I was gonna say that's because you were sitting on top of the subwoofer.
So if you're sitting,
Well, I was going to say, you weren't standing, you were sitting.
Right, which is like
I
you were
wanted to
almost
sound-
even level.
Right?
I wanted to sound like I wasn't sitting during that
Oh,
time.
well, there's only so much standing you can do with your cane.
Yeah.
You weren't the fastest caner. It was a no-brainer.
See, here's the thing, though. Sorry to cut you off,
No.
but, like, even though you were injured and disabled, you were still front row. Even if you were sitting down. You didn't let your injury get in the way of that. You weren't in the back room, like, pouting because you could... No, you're just like, no, fuck it. I'm going to place my chair, and I'm going to watch the band, damn it.
Heck yeah. Didn't want to miss it.
No, you got comfortable.
Didn't want to miss it. It's my band. What the? Yeah, I couldn't
Right.
miss that. Injured or not, couldn't miss that. Nope.
Ain't
That was a
nothing
good
getting in
show.
Lexi's way.
No. Nope.
Are you guys getting nervous at all for like the Rockfest stuff? Is it becoming like
You know what's weird? I'm not nervous for Rockfest. I'm nervous that we, like, just lost a show, like, our training ground beforehand. Because I'm using
can
these
understand
opportunities to, like, work out whichever kinks I need to work on.
Yeah, totally.
That's the best.
Because
way.
sometimes, like, you can practice and practice and practice, but, like, there's something different about a live situation. Like, and
Also, like chunking. Like, there's only so much you can grow and adjust every day. This isn't like a scientific truth. Like, even if you're an ovum, you know what I mean? Like, there's only so much growth that you can do every day, that you can have every day before you need to rest, get water, heal, process. So it's like if you're learning a new scale and then you step away from it. You ever notice if you step away from a riff or a scale or a new pattern, you step away for a couple days and you go back to it, you're like, holy shit, I'm like better at this. Why? How did you get better? Like, why did the muscle get bigger? Like, why are you in more shape? Because you went through the process of pain. You did the work.
Yeah.
You know, and then your mind and your body and everything that connects is processing that and dealing with that and getting ready and preparing you for the next time that you need to do this thing. Like when you're a baby, you don't think about it, but like all of us right now that are watching this, you don't realize it, but like Zach takes a sip out of that drink. But the first time he ever did that as a baby, he probably threw it all over. You know, he probably threw it in his lap. You know, the first time somebody gave us a chicken nugget, you poked your eye out with it.
500 stars from Sean.
I felt like I was back in the band room on that one.
Let's go back to the band room.
Bagums. Yeah,
He's
Right, we'll
sitting
give
in
Bob
it,
the
too.
encore performance. That
I'm sure he'd love it. We just pull up right now.
Let's do that.
Well, what the fuck?
Well, we can't. We got a show to do.
Yeah, we can't stop what we're
After.
doing. No, but then we got some custodial work to do.
Oh, we can do that
The
later.
first time when you were a little tyke and somebody first gave you, some chopped carrots or
Yeah, we threw it at ourselves.
right, or sweet potato. You took it and you smeared it all over your chin. You know what I mean? And all over your neck. That's what you did. And then somebody gave you a fork. They used to put the cork on the fork because if you didn't, you'd stab yourself in the eye. So, but they gave you a spork or a spoon or something, and they gave you applesauce. And as a little tyke, you stabbed yourself in the lip with it, and you didn't even grow teeth yet because you weren't responsible. Because if you did, you would have knocked them out. I mean, there's a reason why you get a set when you're early, and then later on, you get the set you respect. Mm-hmm. But something that comes natural to you, like every day, like just like eating or drinking out of a glass, you don't realize it's taken you your entire life to perfect that. It's taken you your entire life to master cutting a pork chop, and now you cut pork chops and you eat it, and you do all this without cutting yourself and bleeding or choking or what I'm saying, or making a big mess, and you don't realize how much effort it's taken you to do that.
Right.
And the reason why you don't realize it is because it's been little by little, day by day, piece by piece. You've mastered, wielding these utensils. You've mastered playing the song. You've mastered
1,000 stars from Geo.
what?
What?
What is going on?
Gio!
Oh my god, we're gonna be running out of songs. We gotta do another one.
Does he get two? Like.
All we have is 2.
Perfect. We'll play them both.
He gets that in the color purple.
Nice.
Oh,
It's a little bright.
thank you, Gio.
Look at the color. Look at the color. Looks good.
So about this on 100 t-shirts thing, though.
yeah.
This means here. This means if you guys think about what we did, me and Melissa grabbed 100 t-shirts, okay? And the reason why we grabbed 100 is because we grabbed them in specific sizes.
Perfect. That's the best way to do it.
So when we inventory it and we're at the festival, say somebody buys 10 Melissa and Will t-shirts, we'll know automatically which one sold because there'll be a specific kind and a specific size. Mm-hmm. And now we have left out, for any other band members that want to go to Rockfest and have like their own thing, people can grab, I want to just do XXX. You have a whole demographic now of your own.
Also have a card reader, finally.
What?
Yay!
Yes. I was worried about that.
Sepsis is going into the 21st century.
This is really good. It's all really good. So, but that's why we did that.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? So if I was somebody that wanted to get like OG shirts, like I know like Rob wanted to go get OG shirts. Now the best way to get them is in the sizes that we don't have.
Yeah.
Because now people go, you know what I'm saying? Do you have a medium? I said, oh no, there may not be medium in this particular.
There's a medium in this one.
In this design, but there may be
It's options.
the options, and it leaves people more stuff to buy. On the table, and it's easier for us to keep track of.
For inventory, because inventory sheets are my favorite.
I guess if you're a merch girl, you have to like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, because mine are cool. Mine are color coded to every show. So whatever like the band color is, I'd have it match
I love it.
the inventory.
Yeah,
Band color.
yeah, we'll get new laminates too.
So like let's say it's like purple and
do that,
black.
like,
I'll
tonight.
do purple.
Like new laminates? Or
Yeah, like new laminates.
2025.
Yep,
Oh, damn.
yep.
New lammies. You guys heard that?
Yeah, but what are they gonna do?
Yeah, doesn't only staff get them?
There's staff that watch us.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Actually, I think VIPs get a special limit?
We want to do like a.
When we do VIP events.
We want to do like we want to design something specific for them. Yeah, that would be great.
They will have their own yellow jacket, Lammy.
Yeah, we want to somehow make it interactive and cool, and not like I don't know. I'm thinking about this whole new app thing. It's really a great idea. With everyone wants to know, if the entire world is finally acknowledging that Spotify really is that bad.
Oh, yeah.
If people are finally going, you know what, maybe streaming really is that bad, and they're going, okay, fine, we hear you, musicians, but then what is the solution then? Like, for the first time, you're hearing people go, okay, fine. Then what is the solution? And I love these people because that's what these people have been waiting to rebuttal. And I give them their respect. I give them their flowers because it's like, that's a great question. I didn't expect for it to be easy. Like, you hear guys like me be like, fuck Spotify! And that sounds good in a Facebook post, When you see me talking tough about Spotify and streaming, it sounds really good, sure. But, like, people are going to say then, well then, all right, William. As soon as they're willing to hear me out, the next thing is going to be, all right, Mr. Know-It-All. We're finally ready to hear you out about Spotify. We've known it. We know it sucks. You know it sucks. We didn't want to make a big deal about it. William, you've had your space. You've had your time on the internet. Here's the floor. What do we do? I mean, that's what people usually say to me when they're finally ready to hear me out. People that defend Spotify, that finally are willing to hear me out, the first thing they ask me is, well, what now, smartass? Fine, I'll get rid of Spotify, Will. Now what?
You got 20 stars from Steve
In,
Jordan, who says Rockabilly Fireman supports sexes on the radio show.
Yo, salute, man.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're going to have some more music for people just like you.
Gio wants VIP bendy straws.
Yeah.
See, that's
Bendy
the kind
straws?
of no, but that's the kind
Right?
of shit I'm into.
Interesting.
See, this is why Gio is a real staff member.
Bendy straws like made out of stars, or like the star is like laser imprinted in the bendy
Just bendy
straw,
straw.
or just a bendy straw.
Bendy straw with the sepsis logo.
Right, I think you
VIP.
I think you start really simple. I think you get straws that don't, you don't have to throw them away immediately, like not disposable ones. You just
Some
do
regular
thick
bendy
bendy straws with some designs on them.
in
That's
a
it.
sepsis cup.
Yeah.
We
That's
have
it.
a sepsis cup, the sepsis tumbler.
There you go. With straws.
We do.
We can just put the straw right in it, right in the cup.
I still need to get
You
a new
guys are-
sepsis mug. My cat knocked mine off the counter.
Oh,
What a
I
feline!
know, right? It's a real dick.
I know you don't want that. I don't want to say it. I know you don't want that ugly one that we have in the box over there.
30 stars.
Do you?
from
It's so
Kevin.
ugly.
Kevin!
You don't want an ugly one.
No, I used to have the sepsis like a classic coffee mug.
Oh,
Like that one, but it was the
man.
yeah.
Oh, my God.
So I'm saying that feline.
And that
Wow.
dickhead fucking jumped up there and
Oh, wow.
headbutted it off.
I'm gonna headbutt him.
He's like, fuck this mug.
Right.
I'm gonna
What a-
headbutt him into his litter box.
What a terrible animal.
No, he wanted breakfast that morning at like 3 a.m. And then
No one welcomed him.
He's like, oh, I know how to get him up.
Yeah.
I'll knock his shit down.
Oh,
No, but
well.
animals are smart like that. Like, when they want to get your attention, they tend to poke at stuff that your hands have touched.
Yep.
Like, they go and they sniff out whatever
Wherever you've been.
whatever you touch, because they associate whatever your hands are on is where you're going.
Oh, my cat knows. Knock over my phone, Emily's iPad,
That
and my
shit-
coffee mug.
Right. Like, I remember, like, when we had the puppy, it used to always go after Xbox controllers, guitar picks, stuff the animal thought I'd go and pick up and find later. He'd send me a message like, fuck you, you want to leave me alone in the house? I'm going to chew up your Xbox controller.
What an ass.
That is so terrifying.
Gio said, with straws, ... that jump out of the package and scare the bejesus out of me.
Let's go!
in
Fuck
my
it! Like they just
Oh my
jump
god,
out.
like a sepsis.
Yeah.
One of them.
Just don't ask! Right, they just jump out at you.
It's funny because when he opened the package, it like scared him and frightened him. The straws and things jumped right out of the package.
I like it. It's a jump scare
Yeah, it's
pack.
like when you're doing the crank music box. It
Yeah,
plays like
then
Black Light Invasion.
Oh. Bing, 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 bing,
Let's
bing, bum,
go.
bum, bum, bing, 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 blong, boing. Yeah, that's good.
Right?
We could make a sepsis
You
jack
guys are
in the
great.
box.
You guys can do
Oh,
all
that'd
types
be
of stuff.
dope.
We could with the. We just gotta.
Where are we gonna find a novelty Jack in the Box maker?
We can make one
Who's gonna buy
ourselves.
that?
The
I would.
nostalgia
If a
people.
band had on their merch table a customized Jack in the Box with one of their songs, I would absolutely buy that.
Put in the one in the
That's
chat if
something
you
I
would buy
use
that.
often. You know, that's the thing. Like every band has
That's
shirts
crazy.
and sweatshirts for sale, but not every band has a Jack in the Box. Like
That's so true. That's so true. Put in one in the chat if you would buy that.
see, that's the thing. If bands are complaining about being merch or like T-shirt sellers, they don't have a good enough merch table.
They
They're
need
not
to up their
creative enough,
table.
right? They need to be more creative.
Up their table. Up it.
Gio says he'll make a call.
Nice.
Are you for real? He would make that? Yo, make Melissa
That's
pop
why I love
out
having
at the
Gio
Jack
around.
in the Box.
Like he just has a guy for everything. He's like, I'll make a call. I'll make a call.
I like that.
Hans put a 1. You said I want to be scared.
How would that be scary? It's using the music.
If I was Hans, actually, I'd be scared.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if I was actually Hans, what the fuck is that?
That's a
Is that
centipede.
that's a large ass ant.
That's
Yeah,
a centipede.
That's a carpenter ant.
Oh, it's a carpenter ant? Oh, that was a
That is a
centipede.
big
Seems like
motherfucker,
So
boy.
we have an
He's gonna
ant
eat the
Not
in
whole
nearly as
here.
bad
fucking
as the
house.
spider on your chair.
His name is
Nah, just kidding. I made joke.
Anthony.
I believed it. You got it.
Hi, Anthony.
There is. I assure you, there is
All
no
the
spider.
stuff.
I am sure
Wait,
you
don't
will be
spiders
everything in
eat
this
the
room.
ants?
Not once that big.
What?
No, I don't know.
I've already seen like 5 ants today. It's
That's
great.
so cool.
That's it's all
What
this.
do ants
Probably
do?
the heat. They're coming out like
Yep.
they feel like they're in the jungle. They don't even feel like they're out. They probably don't even know they're inside anything.
They have no clue.
When it gets hot like this, yeah, it's like the reverse of the winter. They can feel like in the wintertime they feel the warm air come through, so they sneak in through the cracks. And now that it's hot out, they sneak through the cold air.
It must be like nice and cold though in their tunnels.
Oh,
You know,
absolutely.
they're
Because they
under-
bury. Yeah.
The life of an insect. I mean, I don't know. I wonder how bacteria.
And you know what?
Reminds me
They
of
don't
that
know either.
movie,
Right.
A Bug's Life.
Oh my gosh, right?
You guys ever seen it?
Yes,
That?
I've seen it. Good movie. They did a
Yeah,
great
I've
job.
I've seen A Plug's Life from the creators of Toy Story.
Yeah.
I think the idea of the Osmosis Jones is much more interesting
Is that
That one's
the?
a
than
good one,
A
too.
Bug's Life.
Is that the one? Osmosis
20
Jones. Is that the one with the? It's like the white blood cell detective.
Oh, dude. Yeah, I
And
mean,
his-
if you're
and
gonna
his
do
partner's
Honey,
the
I
pill.
if you're gonna do Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, you got to get down to
Right.
the bacterium.
Yep.
See that Osmosis Jones.
I used to
Oh,
love that when I
yeah,
was a
man,
kid.
that's good stuff.
Scott Schwartz said a swarm in the box. Wind it up, and instead of a clown, pop, a bee comes out.
Ooh.
Oh, that's
A
so
bunch of like little
cool.
paper wasps.
Oh, that's so
good,
cool.
right? I like that.
That's so cool. I like.
You guys
Yeah.
got great ideas. Now all we need is engineers and money.
Swarm in the box. I like that.
And like a mechanical engineer in order to put that together.
All right, Bob, get started. He said he's doing all these projects now.
Bobbert.
He's gonna get put to work.
What's going on in the world, Lex?
So you're speaking of Spotify,
Mm-hmm.
which brought to my attention this specific article
Mm-hmm.
Because I am a bookworm. And it says, most audiobook listeners say they'll only use Spotify if authors are paid fairly.
So that's where they draw the line. It's okay for musicians to get ripped off, but the author needs to be paid fairly.
Yo,
Not even the voice actor.
Melissa, did you hear that? Listen.
This is the headline of the article. Most audiobook listeners say they'll only use Spotify if authors are paid fairly. I know.
So recently,
I know. You guys, her
recently,
face right now.
Let me break it down though. Most recently, Spotify. This is the key takeaway. Most recently, Spotify just increased their U.S. subscription price hike.
They've added a bundle.
But more importantly, they've increased this price twice in 1 year. It's kind of unheard of. It's not usually normal that streaming sites can justify raising the price of a subscription without adding new technology or new features to the gadget. So in this case, we all know that songwriters get paid from a large pool, and we all share, as publishers on Spotify, we all share mechanical royalties with podcasts like Joe Rogan. So Spotify pays all of the creators out of this single pool, and only the top creators in the pool receive the most amount of money. Only the most successful creators on Spotify receive the most money and the most royalties out of this entire one pool. But most people signed up for Spotify for music, not for podcasts. So if you're a fan of music and you signed up for $100 subscription a year to listen to local bands and to support regional bands, on your playlist you're being recommended Drake, you're being recommended Adele. Remember, you joined the service because you thought you were going to support bands like Dead by Wednesday or Exception or Parts Per Million or whoever. Most people I know that join Spotify join to support independent bands and their friends that making music. Most of the people that I know that join Spotify and pay a subscription fee did not join Spotify thinking that the most of their subscription fee was going to go to Joe Rogan, Taylor Swift, and Adele. When you tell most people, hey, did you know the $100 that you give Spotify to listen to your favorite bands, the biggest percentage of that $100 that you give them a year goes to Joe Rogan, Adele, and top artists on the platform, because all of the creators get paid from one large pool of royalties. So most recently, Spotify has offered a new tier in their bundle with audiobooks. You've heard a lot about Spotify raising their prices, and one of the reasons they've risen their prices is because of audiobooks. So what makes it interesting is, if most people that signed up originally for Spotify signed up for what?
Music.
For music. And now they're paying for?
Podcasting and audiobooks. Not music.
Can you read that over again? And now we'll make the connection.
What, the headline?
Yes, please.
Most audiobook listeners say they'll only use Spotify if the authors are paid fairly.
Why won't musician fans say that to Spotify about music?
Why haven't they?
So fans of audiobooks say, Spotify, we don't want nothing to do with this unless you plan on a comprehensive way to pay the authors fairly? How come fans of us, of musicians, how come people that say they love music, how come they won't fight for us like people that love book authors?
How come?
Because the music industry has found a way to keep us starving artists down at the bottom.
I just think that's interesting.
I was thinking about earlier today. So, like, you guys like having indoor plumbing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, say something happens with that indoor plumbing. A plumber comes and says, "Yeah, I can fix it. It's going to be $50." You can either pay the $50 to the plumber to fix your thing, or you could say, "Well, I guess I'll go without." And yet, with musicians, same thing. It's like, "Oh, hey, you want a band to play? Here's what we charge." Well, I don't want to pay that. Do it for free. Like, why is it such a negotiation with musicians? Like, you're not going to sit there and argue with your plumber, because he's just going to tell you, "All right, well, I have 5 other clients that are looking to book, so."
Wow.
Why are musicians treated as,
Is it because there's a never-ending supply of suckers that are willing to do it for free?
Yeah.
Is it also because the places that most of the consumers go to, they listen to music over the intercoms technically for
Is
free?
it also because over the years we've desensitized and miseducated our listeners and confusing them with the true origins and value of music is?
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you brought up the music on the intercoms, because, no, that's just the industry finding a way to screw artists, because owners of shops have to pay to play that music.
That's true.
They pay a company who's supposed to then be paying the record company, who's then supposed to be...
Right, and we actually, as a band, pay performance rights organizations to then go calculate and document and mechanically, collect our royalties for us. When they go play music down at the ballpark down there, when they're playing at the stadium down the street, they're supposed to be paying. Every time they play Ariana Grande and Ed Sheeran and all that, they're supposed to be paying those artists for those plays.
Just like any bar that has live music has to pay a company to license them to allow bar bands to do covers.
And we can prove that from jukeboxes.
Yeah, so if you're a bar...
There's no free jukeboxes. There's nowhere you can go in the country where there's a machine on the wall. And this is why...
Then how come we can listen to music for free?
You can only listen to music for free by yourself.
Interesting.
You cannot. There's not a shared musical experience beyond your phone.
The same.
Interesting.
The same law applies for, like, say you go out and buy a copy of The Lion King, and then you set up a video projector outside and you invite all your friends. If they catch that you're doing that, you'll get fined. That's a copyright violation.
Yeah. You need permits. You need all kind of different. I mean, to be real with you, a yard sale is illegal. A lemonade stand is illegal. Passing out flyers is illegal.
I didn't know that.
Sticker bombing is illegal.
I did not know that.
All of that. Yep. You pay for advertising. You pay to play.
But when you want to listen to music, you can listen and stream it by
You
yourself.
can listen and stream. That's why music is illegal on Twitch. Music is illegal on your social media. Music is illegal for you to record, broadcast. Music is illegal for you to share unless it's in a private message.
So you can only share it privately.
Yep. And that's because of advertising space. Because they don't want people to get a hold of free advertising.
But they don't care if they can access the music in a private setting for free?
You can be on your phone and you can't play music past a shout. You're not allowed to play music. You can't play music. And remember when you could even like put a CD on and play it in your while you were playing a video game and it come up in the you can't even do that. Even things that we used to be able to do. There hasn't been new music on the radio for 100 years. Music
That's
is
very
illegal
true.
everywhere. It's not just you feel what I'm saying? It's not
Yeah, I feel what you're
just for
saying.
me or you, the common person. Music is illegal everywhere. You're not allowed to play music anywhere.
Wow, we're really going
Not
into the
anywhere,
dark
especially
ages.
online. You know what I mean? Like, you used to be able to play music on Twitch, or used to be like watch parties, or you're not allowed to play. Music is illegal. That's what this big, and the reason why music is illegal is because us as people, we can't agree to fucking pay for it.
So because you can't agree to pay for it, then
We can't have it.
It's illegal.
We can't have it.
And here we have audiobook listeners
Let's get it.
defending the authors. So is this also going to be illegal? Reading books too? Are we also going down that road? Since, you know what I mean? Are we there?
I don't know.
This is crazy to
Well,
me.
no, books
To
are
me,
different.
not just because the books. Like, this is crazy. It's crazy that, like, I'm an avid book reader. So this is why this is crazy to me. It's crazy that avid book readers are so apt to be like, you gotta pay those authors. Yes, pay the authors. But it's those same people that haven't clicked that should be the same energy you should be giving to your favorite musicians. No, you know what I mean? Like,
Music is the
why
only-
is music the one where we're like, oh, we can turn a blind eye to, we can listen
Music
to it
is
on
the
Spotify?
music is the only industry that does this.
Why? That's what's crazy to me, is that music's the only one where no one's like, but
It's the only industry that people at home are convinced that amateurs should be allowed on stage. It's the only industry that you can have no experience in and enter. A person with no
crazy.
experience can be on Spotify.
That's
There's
crazy.
no other industry that you can do that.
No other one, right?
It's also why I hate karaoke. But that's
So,
a story.
you know what I mean? You don't have to know any rules. You don't have to know anybody. There
You don't
isn't
have to know
any.
music theory.
So you don't have to practice. You don't have anything. And today,
That's crazy.
you don't have to
me.
know anything about music to be. You don't have to pursue a career in music to be on Spotify.
20 stars from Steve.
You don't have to pursue a career. You can be a person that has zero plans to ever perform or try to make a living off of music, and you can be in professional music.
That's crazy.
That's what I mean. You can be right in the middle of the professional industry. It would be like not going to cosmetology school and being able to open up a barber shop. It would be like not learning martial arts and opening up a dojo. It would be the equivalent of like not going to culinary school and then calling yourself a chef.
That's crazy to me that we have this. That's the
So
part
that- I
that's
don't-
crazy.
You know what I mean? And that's because the role of the scribe has changed. See, the only way that people knew things happened in the past is that you'd have to have an entrusted, skilled scribe. And at one point in history, even kings didn't know how to read and write. So they had to hire scribes, and scribes would be the ones to record the information. So when musicians were on stage, there was a modern day scribe that said, "Hey, I love what you're doing. I have this device. I have this invention. I'd like to take a picture. I would like to cement this moment in time and take a picture. It's called a recording. I would like to record what you do on stage. And I want to put it in a box. and I'm going to put your music in this box, and I'm going to share this box with my rich friends. And my rich friends are all going to listen to your music out of this box. And if it catches on, the whole world is going to listen to your music coming out of this box. Want to do it? Now, instead of playing, now see how you have 100 people at this show? I can put your music in front of 1,000 people. And the musician said, and he took off the keys. You know what I mean? And he handed it to the guy with the magical box. And then that's the modern day music industry. Is convincing musicians and repurposing and revaluing what we do in reality. Taking a snapshot of what we do in reality. Taking what we do off stage. Taking all of our investments. Taking all of our practice. All of our passion, all of our hard work, all of our experience, all of our education. For us, this is our lives. And their job is to convince all the people and consumers out here that we're having too much fun to make minimum wage. That what we're doing can be repurposed and revalued as long as you put it in a device that the common man can turn up and down. Daniel Ek has essentially convinced the common man that the common man has the experience to repurpose our art. It would be like somebody walking into a restaurant and telling a chef what's on the menu.
Wow.
This isn't the way fucking pumpernickel. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Somebody that studied food and science. Mm-hmm. Somebody that studied chemistry. A chef is people don't understand. A chef is a chemist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A musician is a sound scientist. He's an emotional scientist. He's an emotional vibration scientist.
Frequency.
He's a mathematician. People don't understand what purpose.
There's a lot of skill sets that come into a musician.
If we take music out of the equation, we take out advertising. It's hard to send. How do you talk about your religion without gongs and drums and
how do you express yourself
and organs? How do you make somebody feel God, or how do you make somebody feel like it's Halloween? How do you do the scary part in the video game without these sound scientists cracking the code, getting you, motivating you through the day, getting you up, getting you ready for the workout, getting you ready for the gym. Like,
they deserve to be compensated for those skill sets.
Yes,
and
I'd love to hear.
Crazy.
I do want to hear. I want to hear what the article is. I don't want to run out of time because I do want to hear what it was, and I'm just gonna wind up talking. I'm sorry.
A new coalition of concerned creators asked Edison Research to conduct a poll of United States audiobook consumers to get a tap on their reading habits and their thoughts on how authors should be compensated for audiobook royalties.
I'm sorry. But this is what people say, Lexi. I know you were passionate. People say that all the time. Support local music. Or people say, if you don't pay the authors, we're not going to... if you don't pay the actors, we're not going to buy the movies. Yeah, they will.
And they are.
People love free porn. People love free stuff. People love free food, especially more than ever. Mm-hmm. All right.
Don't let them fool you.
Right. Pay the musicians.
Don't let these audiobook people fool you.
People love free music, and that's why people get mad at me when I start talking shit about Spotify. Right. When I start talking shit about streaming, if you ever wondered, what are people mad at me about?
They're mad at you for telling the truth.
They're mad at me for exposing that free music isn't cool.
It's never been cool.
And it's never been cool.
It's never been cool.
Well, probably for the average person, they think, well, how can it be free? I'm paying for it.
Well, most people that listen to Spotify are on freemium accounts.
Right. They're not paying for it, most of them.
Most people that listen to Spotify...
They're paying. It's just a matter of they're paying a middleman because music was ruined when attorneys and accountants got involved.
And you're also paying into advertisements that cut through the art.
Yeah, that's true.
But that means the music that you get suggested is the music that the advertisers want you to listen to.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be the same thing.
Trusted brands.
With the audiobooks and stuff.
And it's gonna be the same with audiobooks.
It's gonna be the same thing. According to the poll, audiobook consumers are not familiar with compensation models.
Even better, they're uneducated. They're no help.
But are keenly aware that authors have very little control over their royalties. This is the same thing with people that listen to music.
People that love books love their authors, though. They're in love with them.
They are. Yes.
People fall in love with the authors.
They
like
do.
they have
And they're
relationships
about
with
their
them and
author.
everything. Yeah, they do.
They stalk them. They go in.
They do.
They go in on their authors.
Especially, I've read some crazy stories about like dudes falling in love with female authors and shit.
All the ones that make the eroticas.
Like you're writing books about me.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Jokes on those guys because
That's crazy, right?
That is some
Not always
wild
the-
You were
stuff.
talking about me in this line, right?
And the guy has to break it down to the girl. No, I was just at the train. I was just thinking
Right,
about this movie
I'm
I
a
was
sick
watching.
motherfucker. What do you want from me? Right?
Like that comes from like absolutely nowhere.
actually I'm just a ghostwriter. It was really some sweaty dude who wrote all that.
No.
Oh shit!
No, but, like-
from fireworks.
But everything's
Right?
everything's like that. The like books, movie, all art is like that. We find out like how fucking sick like we all are from like all this shit. Like our imaginations are wild.
Especially with books.
The authors are
As
fucking
well.
wild. Like we need to start
read a
writing
book.
music like that. You know what I mean?
We do need to go back to writing music like that. If anything, we need to go back to that.
It's raw.
Can we go back to that?
Yes, Lex, we can go back.
God! If we're gonna complain about something.
Only because you asked nicely, we'll go back.
We'll get you a library.
Oh wait, I said that. My manners are that. I said can. It's supposed to be May. May we go back to that.
Well, can is still
Can is okay.
proper because you know.
I think
Only in this country.
I think you're just. It's a matter of taste.
Yeah, I like to say May because yeah.
I think it's
Well,
'Cause
I
you
thought-
can.
I thought you were asking if we had the ability to go back to that.
Oh,
You know, like, is it possible?
Oh, that's true.
right. Then it's right. I think one is much softer.
Yeah.
You're fine. You're doing
Okay.
good.
Okay. So when asked who was to blame for authors not being paid fairly for audiobooks, half the consumers said the listening services on Spotify, Apple Music, and so on, while 40% said publishers, with the remainder blaming authors themselves or consumers for not paying enough.
All I know is musicians have to pay publishers. That's all I know. All I know, I don't know if authors are stuck paying publishers, but we are. We are. It's not a complaint, it's a fact. And it's not a good one. You don't pay to go to work. You at home, like, you don't pay to go to work like that. Like, you don't pay to go to work. You pay, like, gas money to get to work. Well, we pay gas money to get to shows. I'm not complaining about that. I'm saying we musicians pay to play music. Music is illegal otherwise,
You have to pay for
unless you pay to play it. We have to give strangers money to play music anywhere, but privately in our home.
Yep.
We can play as much music as we want at a shout in our privacy. Any time we try to break out of that privacy, online or down the street, we're going, actually, locally, our resume has helped us avoid that. But there was a time where even locally we had to pay to play even locally.
39 stars from Steve.
Thank you, Steve.
Steve.
Steve is helping reverse the polarity.
Thank you.
It's hot and we gotta go.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all
Thank
we got
you.
for today.
Thank you guys. We'll
See
see you
y'all
guys
next-
next week
Good
once
I
they
think,
let
right?
us.
Oh, wait.
Vacation.
Wait, are we doing next week? Wait a minute. He's on vacation for 1 week. We'll be off for 1 week.
We're going on vacation with Zachy B.
Woo!
We'll see you guys not next week,
but the week after. See you the week after.
Wednesday, let us.
7 p.m. Eastern.